Ho, ho, ho. What up, what up, what up? It's yours truly, Mr. TALIAFERRO. My annual Christmas giveaway is on the way. Last year we did it on YouTube. This year we're going to do it on my Instagram account. So if you want to win AirPods, gift cards, and a lot of other stuff, you want to make sure you're following me on Instagram at Mr. TALIAFERRO. You're in the running to potentially win some AirPods and a lot of cool gifts this holiday season. Enjoy the video. As we continue to learn details about Juice WRLD's death, look, whether he overdosed on pills, whether he accidentally took the pills, or whether he intentionally took the pills but was not suicidal, the point of everything is there was a man who was screaming out for help in lyrics saying, "I'm addicted to lean and I'm addicted to Percocets." And the fact that all we pretty much could do was watch this man die in his music, then unfortunately die in real life, it's very sad, it's very unfortunate, and it just brings up a lot of conversations that we have to have in hip-hop. Now, we've seen deaths, especially over the last few years, due to overdoses or bad drugs in our community over the last couple years, and we've kind of seen the overreaction from other artists in the first 48 hours or the first couple weeks, and then it feels like everything goes back to normal as time passes. But maybe Juice WRLD's death, maybe this hit home for so many people, maybe this was so close of a death to a lot of artists who knew Juice WRLD, maybe this is the one that stopped some of the abuse of drugs in our community, especially in the rap game. A couple of Juice WRLD's peers, one that he's from the same city as, and that'll be Famous Dex, and then another one is somebody who's close with, got music with, in Trippie Red. They both talk about their experiences with drugs. Trippie even announces that he's done with drugs outside of weed, and Famous Dex talks about his past because he recently had a seizure on stage, and many people are looking at Famous Dex like, yo man, maybe this guy is suffering from some of the same abuses that Juice WRLD has, and maybe we can stop this before it's too late. Let's check them out on their social media accounts.
Period. If it ain't weed, we ain't doing it no more. When I say we, I mean us as a group, us as a whole. The whole emo music artists. No drugs.
Yeah, in regards to Trippie Red, I'll get to him in a second, but let's focus on Famous Dex here. Look, I'm not even joking when I say this. I know we have fun on my platform. We laugh at diss records from time to time. We do other stuff on this platform. This is serious. Dex, if you're watching this video, somebody from the team watching this video, please listen to me. You're not fooling anyone, bro. I'm not wishing drug use or drug abuse on anyone, bro. You could tell me 1,000 times you're not on drugs, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. I don't know if you're working towards stopping drug usage, but the fact that he continuously puts out there that he's not doing drugs, I don't think he's being honest about that. I mean, just looking at this dude, he doesn't look good. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you, this is somebody that I've seen in person before. Famous Dex, you don't look good, bro, and I pray you get some help. But just going on camera and lying to your fans saying you're not on drugs, that's not helping if you really going through it, bro. You're not the artist that can lie and say, I don't do drugs, and it's tough because you don't look like a drug abuser. Bro, you look like you need some help, bro. Please reach out to somebody that could get you the help. I hope Dex's label could help him out, or Rich, somebody needs to come over and step to bruh and step in his life in a major way. He just doesn't look good, and I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. And we talk about seizures, Dex has had them. You know what I mean? And a seizure was part of the thing that led to Juice WRLD's death. In regards to Trippie Red, I'm happy to hear Trippie's statement. I hope he does leave drugs alone. I've met Trippie Red one time, interviewed him. Super cool dude to me. Don't know him personally, but I just wish him nothing but the best. Yeah, I would like if we start with getting rid of weed too, but I know that's not, that's not logical. And to me, weed doesn't hurt anybody. I think too much of anything could harm you, but weed for most intents and purposes is harmless. And I would like if we started, let's stop doing drugs, including weed. Reason why I say that is, so like if somebody relapses and the worst thing they do is weed, I feel much better about somebody's life and their health and their well-being. Rather, they started saying the only drug I'm doing is weed, and then what happens is weed is no longer enough, and they end right back up on the popping the pills, doing the lean, all that stuff. So I feel like if we started at let's not do nothing, and then you end up on weed, I feel like it'll help this little transition for a lot of us and a lot of artists. I feel like it will go smoother. I want to leave you guys with a question and a statement kind of from Joyner Lucas, another rapper in the game right now. Joyner put this on his social media account, and it's very interesting to me. He said, Juice WRLD was 21. He was a product of our generation of rappers who glorified drugs and made it cool. I'm blaming y'all niggas for this shit. All that lean and pill niggas glorified to talk about, you teaching the kids to do it, shaking my head. You happy now? Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. You're gone entirely too soon. Look, let's be clear. That message by Joyner Lucas, though he did not mention anybody outside of Juice, that message was not just for the Trippie Reds, the famous Dex of the world. That message is for everybody who's glorified in it, that in their music, from the sipping on some scissor from my hometown, 3-6 Mafia. Let's call a spade, Lil Wayne, Future. What's up? Y'all just gonna let them names sit out there and not call them out? Some of the pioneers of this type of music, at least abusing it in the music. Thugger as of late. So, I mean, that message from Joyner Lucas is very profound. I know I'm leaving out a lot of names that I could have said, but just to name a few, y'all let me know what y'all think about what Joyner Lucas said. Is Juice WRLD simply just a product of the rap that previous guys put out in the atmosphere, the energy that people put out, that abuse and glorifying of lean and perks and mollies and I mean all type of shit. I mean, we had a rapper, literally, he had a hit record 3 years ago, and the hook was, and I'm not lying, you can't make this shit up, Percocet, Molly Percocet. That was the hook. Legit, that was the hook. So y'all let me know what y'all think. And we glorified that. We shot that shit right up to number one. That was damn near Future's biggest record ever. And we shot it right up to number one. Dude been making all this great music. Had the great R&B album a few years ago. He had remember when he dropped the back-to-back albums? He ain't getting no number ones from there, but as soon as he said Percocet, Molly Percocet, we shot that shit to number one. I mean, I'm just asking you guys for conversation. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment box below. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids, they tuned in.
We locked in right now,
Mr. TALIAFERRO.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO TV.